spoke to the previous owner of this car, and just to know the history of why this was salvaged. And the story he told me was actually pretty crazy. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to part 2 of the $425 auction rare classic Mercedes that I bought off of Copart last week. In this video, we will be taking this car on its maiden voyage, on its first test drive. If you didn't see part 1 or not aware, that's okay. In part 1, we got this car delivered. It came with no keys, no history, very sketchy situation. The top was down. Copart had it covered, which was really nice of them. But anyways, by the end of last video, I was able to kind of break into it and steal my own car, and I was able to get it started. I just wanted to confirm that it runs. Before I spend any more money on it. I bought the winning bid on this car was $425, but delivered with fees and all that was just under $1,000, about $950. With that being said, in this video, we should be able to go over it, take a deep look at it. I want to know what the condition of the soft top is, because these vehicles came with a hard top from the factory, and this one doesn't have it. We also need to change the oil. It has oil, and it's not milky. It's not, I mean, there's no issues, but it looks really, really old before we test drive it. So we need to check out the top, change the oil, just make a once over, make sure it's not going to leave us stranded. And then we can take it on test drive. We'll see if it shifts, if it runs good, doesn't overheat, any of that. And then after that, if it runs and everything's good, we have a winner. So let's dive deep into this car and see what we got. Okay, now the car was delivered with the top down, but Copart was kind enough to cover it up. So that was pretty good. These cars came with a hard top from the factory, but of course this one is not included. So I started looking in the trunk to see, to look at the condition of the hydraulics of the top. So usually there's a hydraulic pump. There's a bunch of lines that goes to all the latches for the soft top, up in the rear, in the back, and on the sides. And if you worked on these convertible old Mercedes, you know that this is an absolute nightmare, and they leak and they never work right when they get old, and so on and so forth. But anyways, now my goal is to operate this manually. I want to see what the condition of the soft top is. So I looked at the pump here in the back, and unfortunately there's no fluid in it, which tells me, like you can see, there's cigarette butts. Yeah, this car was owned by a smoker. But anyways, so there's no fluid, which tells me there's no the hydraulic soft top doesn't operate. So in order to operate it manually, you need a tool that comes with the car, and thankfully this came with the car. You need this tool. There's the part number for it. And I want to open this cover so I can look at the condition of the soft top. Okay, now to open the they call this a tonneau cover manually. You can operate all the locks manually, actually, in the front and in the back with this tool. So you have to do is, do you see that nut looking thing over there? Now we gotta find it on both sides. So I'm gonna go on this side. It's right here. I'm gonna grab a hold of it and just, there it is. Now this side is free. Okay, now I have to open up this side. There it is. Now we get to look at the condition of the soft top. So if you lift this, okay, there's the soft top. Okay, now we can pull this top up. Oh, it's gonna be a fight. It's heavy. Okay. You know what? Let me get this up, and I'll get right back with you. And I finally got the top up. Actually, it wasn't too bad. The condition of the top is actually really, really nice. Like, I think it's never ever been used. I mean, look at that. It needs a good clean, but I mean, the stitching, the This vinyl clear is really in really good shape. I mean, it's a bit dirty, but no rips, no tears. I think it looks really good. Okay, so I have the top up now, and I have vacuumed this area, and it's really clean. And yeah, see, all the hydraulics for the top are disconnected. Same on the other side. And also, if you look really deep down in there on that shock, that's leaking as well. So basically, operating the top hydraulically automatically with the car is not even an option at this point. It's so expensive to fix. It's well beyond the value of what I paid for the car and the value of the car itself. So with that being said, yeah, the top looks absolutely amazing. Great condition. That's great news for me. It just needs a good cleanup. Once I get it all cleaned up in the car inside and out, I'm just gonna close it and drive the car with the top up and kind of drop it down when I want to. That's very good news. Okay, after a quick trip to Walmart, I got the oil. For these older engines, I like the synthetic blend Castrol. I got an additive to go with it, and I already had this coolant, so we're gonna do a coolant change. But I'm gonna drain it and run some distilled water for 100 miles or so, and then get this replaced again. And I got just a wiper blade. So right now, let's jack the car up, put it on ramps or jack stands, and then we're gonna look underneath, see what condition things are. Before we set it on jack stands, let's check this wheel. Okay, there is a little bit of side to side. Okay, a little bit of play here. So side to side. Okay, top to bottom. Side to side. Oh, this is so much better. Top to bottom is all right. Okay, so now I have it on some jack stands and the rear wheels are chocked. Let's go ahead and take a look underneath. So looking under the engine, there's quite a few. There's a good oil leak, but I know where that's coming from. It's coming all the way up top from the valve cover gasket and then that timing cover gasket. I mean, otherwise, I don't see any major issues. I mean, of course, the oil leaks and it just drags all the way to the back. I think that's the only leak it's got. The under tray shield is missing. You got the ball joints are a bit torn, which is a complete control arm replacement on these. Kind of sucks. Oh, actually, I think it can be pressed out, but it's just better to replace the whole control arm. I mean, otherwise, really no damage. I don't know what that scratch is. The oil pan looks good. I mean, apparently the leak is coming from up top somewhere. Not sure if that drain plug is leaking. That'd be nice if all that leak was just a drain plug. I mean, someone did some monkey business here. Look at that. Okay. Okay, so probably the majority of the oil leak is a drain plug leak. That's good. I can grab a new one. It takes a copper washer, not that crap, whatever that is. Okay, and yeah, there's oil coming from up top from that valve cover gasket. Like I said, see right there. There's a drip. The oil separator or the oil level sensor looks like it's leaking as well. There, yeah. But anyway, yeah, a bunch of leaks. Very typical for an old Mercedes. Other than that, honestly, the thing looks. Sorry for the angle. I'm not the most comfortable down here. And the steering wheel. Same on this side. The ball joint is torn. But other than that, honestly, everything looks good. Oh, look at that. This is the vacuum hose that goes down to these transmissions, to the modulator. It controls the shifting and it's completely off. So it's a matter of just putting it back in there. That's a super easy fix. Yep, fixed, done. Okay, and looking back here, the flex plate looks really good. And if you continue to the back, the diff back there looks dry. So I think we are in good shape other than the oil leaks. Okay, so actually everything underneath looks really good except for the oil leaks. You know what? I may hold off on changing the oil just yet because I want to order 4 gaskets for this car. The oil drain plug gasket or new oil drain plug, the oil level sensor and gasket, and the valve cover gasket, and the timing cover gasket. So 4 gaskets. It's understandable that this thing's super old and these gaskets just get hard and leak. But you know what I can do? I can drain the coolant and put some distilled water in it for now. And I think we're just gonna check the oil before the test drive, and we can actually test drive it. We should be able to. Okay, so let me show you. If I pop this cover off, I cleaned this part up, but the valve cover gasket is leaking all around, and I looked up from underneath. It's leaking really bad from the back. So valve cover gasket, and there's a gasket that goes down in here, right under this front piece that bolts under the valve cover gasket. So you got to remove the valve cover and that piece to get to that piece, so you can remove it. And there's a gasket that sits right underneath it, and that one will need to be replaced at some point. Actually, I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it all at once. But for now, yeah. Anyways, look at the coolant. It's really dirty. And we're gonna just get that changed with distilled water right now. And then when we get all the parts, I'll change it again for actual Xerox coolant. Okay, to drain the coolant, we just have to open up this guy right here, the red petcock they call it, into a drain bucket. Get it all out. So I got my drain bucket ready, and we are ready to get this guy out. Hopefully it doesn't break. It's an old car. We'll see. Oh, there it is. Got it. Okay, now I can do it by hand, I think. It's gonna be a mess, hopefully. Hopefully not too bad. Okay, so I actually got the coolant out and I filled it with distilled water. I mean, look at the color of this coolant. I don't know. It's mixed with I guess years of corrosion and some rust, but it's pretty dark. So we're gonna run some distilled water in it for a little bit, and then we're gonna do this again with actual coolant next time. Okay, we are ready to go on our Maiden voyage test drive. We checked the oil, we changed the coolant with distilled water, we looked over everything. The car looks like it's safe to be driven, and we are ready. But just before we go, I have to close the soft top. It doesn't work, so I'll have to do it manually. So let's do that, and let's head on to our test drive. Check this out. It looks absolutely amazing with the soft top fully engaged. It needs a good wash, but man, oh man, isn't that exciting? It looks absolutely awesome, I think. These are such a fine pieces of engineering in the 90s, where Mercedes didn't care how much the car cost. They cared about making a long-lasting, good product. So awesome. All right, let's go for a test drive. So exciting. Okay, I haven't started the car in about, I don't know, 6 days or something, 4 or 5 days. Let's see how she starts. It's really cold, and let's see how she does. Oh, that serpentine belt is having a hard time. Okay, so we are ready to go. I'm gonna close the windows so we can drive a little bit without too much noise. All right, take the e-brake, put it in drive. She engages just fine, and let's see how she does. Okay. All right, we got brakes. That's good. First test drive of the $425 Rare Classic. Neighbor. Okay, there we go. First gear. See, we're second. Oh, it delays. Yeah, these old Mercedes, they delay the first cold shift until it warms up just a little bit for the catalytic converter. I hate that feature. I'm gonna delete it. There's a way to remove it. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're still in first. We haven't seen second yet. Alrighty. Okay. Actually, steers really nice. It brakes nicely. I don't hear any major clunks or any issues. Let's see here. We have a stretch here. Should be able to get it through the gears. But there's no noises at all. Okay, there's second. It shifts nicely to second. We have second gear. A little bit of wind noise because of the convertible. I'm gonna go. Oh, nice. The road is empty. All right, let's take it through the gears. Let's see. Still a little bit cold though. Second. Third, nice. We got 4 and 5th. Okay. We are at 45 miles an hour, cruising in 4th gear, I believe. Oil pressure is good, temperature is good. Yeah, the thing runs pretty nicely actually. Okay, wonderful. Alright, hopefully we don't get stranded in any way, shape or form. We make it back. Alright, there's a stop sign here. I will take a left so we can have a nice stretch of a nice road. Brakes are really good. Wonderful. Okay. I think this is third. 4th, nice. Actually, all the gears are there. I mean, we just need 5th. We haven't tested it, but we didn't get up to that speed yet. So that is a wonderful drive. A little bit of wind noise through the convertible, soft top, which is normal. But yeah, she's driving just fine. See a downshift. Come on, give me a downshift. She doesn't want. Stop sign on. Stop here. Okay, I'll make a left here. All right, I'm gonna floor it here from a dead stop, and let's see how she does. Second, third. 4th. Look at that nice wavy road. I'm getting a flashing brake light there. The brake pads light, I believe. Well, yeah, anyways. Okay. Temperature is good, actually. Blood pressure is good. Let's make a U-turn. Okay, and look how beautiful this location is. People driving by. Look at that. Yes, sir. There it is. She is alive. Okay, so while I'm here, actually, I'm going to tell you that I actually spoke to the previous owner of this car, and just to know the history of why this was salvaged. And the story he told me was actually pretty crazy. What he told me was, I'm gonna just let that car pass. What he told me was that this car, somebody broke into his property and actually stole the keys to this car, and stole the car along with another motorcycle with the keys. And I think that's pretty crazy because it doesn't happen often around us. But I mean, they picked a nice car, and I'm not sure how long they had it, or if that blinker in the front was broken before or after. But they haven't vandalized it. They haven't ruined anything on it. They just stole it. And when it was recovered by the police, it was recovered without a keys. And they just basically sent it to the auction. Insurance paid for it, but long before that. And your boy just picked it up and bought it. And yeah, I think that's pretty crazy. Okay, so there's the first test drive of the 1993 300 SL completed. Complete success. It went through all the gears. Granted, it can take some repairs, but I think she's good for now. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe so you can see more. In the next video, we should be repairing everything on this car. And another video, we should be detailing it. We're going to bring this back to a very good condition. Maybe not perfect, but very good. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. All right, let's go. Floor.